What is going on, Truth Seeker Nation? It's your boy Milo Rizzi from the Uncut Vermont Podcast. And today, I got a real truth bomb for you. I'm sure you know about Buc-ee's. They're an American gas station chain known for their clean restrooms and wide variety of snacks. Or is that just what they want you to think?
Loved by road trippers for its award-winning bathrooms.
Because in today's episode of the Uncut Vermont Podcast, I'm gonna tell you what they don't want you to know about Buc-ee's. Because underneath those clean bathrooms and wide variety of snacks is a woke plot to take over the world. So join me as we blow the lid off this story, where we're gonna give it to you raw, uncut, and unfiltered here on the Uncut Vermont Podcast. Sorry, I'd left my vat of Vaseline here. My bad, guys.
Yeah, can you move that?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit. It works.
Oh, that's a good head. Welcome back to the Uncut Vermont Podcast.
Oh man, what are we doing today? Okay, so I think the MO of today's video is gonna be Buc-ee's.
I was also thinking Buc-ee's yesterday.
Bullshit.
No, seriously, I was fucking thinking of Buc-ee's. I kid you not.
Okay, it's a sign. Buc-ee's it is, I guess.
Buc-ee's was on the mind.
Because I looked at a map this morning while you were at the DMV. I was
looking up Buc-ee's
I was
location.
looking at Buc-ee's locations. Yes, actually. And there's a shit ton in Texas. And there's like a few other states that have like 3 or 4. Uncut Vermont Podcast. Let's figure out what Buc-ee's plan is for world domination. We know it's happening. You know it's happening. And today we're going to get to the ground truth of it. Henry, open ChatGPT. Buc-ee's, commonly referred to as
Buc-ee's. I'm so excited.
It's called Buc-ee's. Have some respect.
is an American chain of country store, gas station, and electric vehicle chargers created and owned by Arch Beaver Applin III. Was he the third beaver? Were all the other ones beavers before him? The chain was founded in 1982 in Clute, next to Lake Jackson, and began expansion. Get that shit down. Buc-ee's plan for world domination, people. We're fucking serious about this.
Just need to highlight the importance of this.
The dire of this situation.
I mean, we wouldn't be here if it was not serious. We've had to uproot, take the bare necessities.
We're on the run right now, guys. They are after us.
It's just us, this whiteboard, and that 55-gallon of Vaseline. Oh, so I asked ChatGPT, what are all the important numbers about Buc-ee's? Because
We are so back.
where else do you start?
Hit me.
So it began, founded 1982 in Clute, Texas. Now this is interesting. It says number of locations.
Okay.
It says over 40.
Over
40.
So any number over 40.
There
1,982, for example. That's just one of the numbers.
They don't want you to know how many Buc-ee's there are.
Over 40?
Not clickbait.
No, we found over 40 Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's over 40 in your area? Largest location.
Oh, this is important.
Sevierville, Tennessee.
Sevierville, Tennessee, okay.
Spell it how you'd like.
Sevierville.
Sevierville.
No, don't try and pronounce it. I'm gonna spell it how I like, thanks very much. Sevierville.
And the size of that?
The size?
74,707 square feet.
Holy shit. Wait, 74,700 what?
07.
0.07. Wow.
Why do they need that many feet?
There's
Buc-ee's.
plenty of US to go around.
Yeah.
They don't need that much space.
Yeah. Especially in the country's gem, Sevierville, Tennessee. Most fuel pumps at a single location. Pumps.
Eats, shoots, and pumps.
120 plus.
What?
I kid you not. That is what ChatGPT told me.
I am not making this up. That is just what ChatGPT said. 120 plus? So a number perhaps like 1,982 potentially?
Potentially. Okay. It gets better.
Not possible.
Number of restroom stalls.
This is very spacious, very private.
More than 60 total. Wow. You can rock a piss like crazy in that place.
Number of freezers. Some locations have 20 plus.
Up to and including 1,982.
Beaver nuggets sold annually. Now this one's important. Millions of bags.
Damn, that is a number bigger than 1,982.
Largest car wash is in Katy, Texas. Different location.
How do you quantify the size of a car wash?
255 feet long.
Okay. Actually, I wouldn't have guessed that.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put Katy, Texas over here.
Yeah.
Because that's of note.
Really, it's Katy like that?
Yeah.
Huh. Also, did I spell that right?
No. Typical store size. That's one we got.
That's, yeah.
50,000 square feet plus.
Could you, I feel like we need to quantify that number. Could you ask ChatGPT some other things that are 50,000 square feet plus?
Yeah. Some smaller airport terminals are around 50,000 square feet.
Wow, okay, that's cool.
The White House.
Done.
Is around 55,000 square feet,
Around.
which, if we'll refer back to our previous number, fits squarely within the bounds of 15,000 square feet
Plus.
I know what you might be thinking. Milo, this episode of the Uncut for Vermont podcast feels kind of cut. Okay, yeah, so maybe it fucking is. What are you, some kind of pervert? Which is why I am happy to announce, just like with last year's episode of the Uncut Vermont podcast, we're gonna be releasing the Uncut Vermont podcast Uncut Edition. So if you want to see all the fucking rambling that it took us to produce this stupid video, you can check it out on the second channel. Link to that's in the description. It's got more goofs, gags, and why can't I think of any other word that starts with the G? Garden salad. It's got more goofs, gags, and garden salad than you've ever seen in your life. So after this, make sure to check out the Uncut Vermont Podcast Uncut Edition. Come for the Vaseline, stay for how uncut it is.
Oh, Jesus, I'm sticky.
I know.
We need some,
Well,
if only. Look at how much beer is on top of our Vaseline. Do you think I could fit this through here?
With enough Vaseline.
You leave two dudes alone on a nice day with a vat of Vaseline, you know? You better have Kleenex.
54,000 square feet of homemade fudge, a beef jerky bar, and whatever this is.
The way I'm seeing this right now, I think there is a concern. If each Buc-ee's is this size, and they have been continuously opening since the 1980s, how long will it be until everything is Buc-ee's?
Yeah, and if you look at this location, that was recent. That was in 2023.
So they're getting bigger.
They're getting bigger. Their biggest one was just 2 years ago.
This was in 2023?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Can you get the area of their first store?
It was likely under 5,000 square feet.
And it was opened in 1982?
Yep.
1982, Clute,
In
Texas.
Clute, Texas.
Under, that's the wrong way. Under 5,000 square feet. Damn. So, okay, so over the course of, how many years is that? Yeah, can you ask ChatGPT to graph that rate of change?
I'm on it, boss.
Oh, Seaverville. You fucking idiot. It's me again. I love this hoodie. You love this hoodie. This hoodie is the best piece of merch I've ever sold in my life, which is why I am happy to announce that the very same artist who created this, my wonderful partner, has created a second tarot card design. And it is, drumroll please, ba-ba. You know the sound effect I'm thinking of. Now, what does this have to do with today? I don't know. This is just another normal video on this channel that's, they're always like this. This amazing design is the first card in the tarot deck, hinting at something maybe in the future, and was also made by my wonderful partner who also did the lover's design that you guys loved so much. It comes in tan, it comes in black, it comes in green, and it also comes in t-shirts because it's almost t-shirt weather. You know, here on the Uncut Vermont podcast, once the sun's out, the gun's out. But probably the best part of this design is that it's got schminky on it. I'm whispering because I just woke her up from a nap. Look at how peaceful she was. I'm such an asshole. You're so tired. You're so tired. You don't do anything all day. Why are you tired? See, normally the full tarot card has a little dog, but this one has a little schmink, and the little schmink is even on the front. It's Schmink's merch debut, so make sure to come show up for Schmink. Schmink deserves the love. Okay, anyway, link to that's in the description. I'll let you get back to the fucking bullshit that you're watching now. Bye. Oh, actually, 2 quick other announcements before you go back. One, I was on Piers Morgan. I know, you should go watch it. I went with the Flint Dibble to fight the good fight of mainstream academia. I got to mime smoking a joint in front of Piers Morgan, and he called me a mainstream archaeologist or something. So definitely worth checking out. It's a hoot. Link to that is also in the description. And lastly, I'm gonna be giving a talk in April at the University of Kansas in Lawrence. So if you live in the area, you should come check it out. Here's the information. It's right here. It's right there. There it is. And the other information that you can find for it will be in the description. So come check it out. Hope to see you there if you live in the area. And I'll be trying to do more tour stuff, I think, this fall, potentially. So maybe I'll make a form somewhere where people can submit cities if they want me to go to them. Okay, anyway, back to the fucking madness. Wow. Oh, God. What do you got for me, Henry?
Okay, so when asking ChatGPT to chart the rate of growth, we know previously in 1982, Clute, Texas, their meager beginnings of a less than 5,000 square foot thing. Then in 2003, their stores were between that was 20 years later, between 20,000 and 35,000 square feet on average. That's a 4 times growth over 20 years.
Okay.
2012, their average size was 68,000 square feet. That's 2 times growth in 9 years between that and 2002. And then 2023, their store size of 75,000 square feet. That's 10 times growth over the course of those 40 years.
Oh my God. At this rate?
At this rate?
Okay, extrapolate. Wait, can we print this as a graph?
Also, I'm seeing now that Seaverville location was the largest at the time. But there's one in Lulling, Texas.
No.
That opened in 2024 that may even be larger. Over 75,000 square feet. Over 120 fuel pumps. Now, Lulling, Texas was founded in 1874.
Okay.
and it has a population of only 5,500.
Really?
Yeah.
What is a population that small doing with a Buc-ee's this big?
Yeah, exactly. Or another way to frame that, what is a Buc-ee's this big doing with a population this small? Lolling is also known for its oil fields, barbecue, and now the biggest Buc-ee's ever. And then it says, for now.
Okay, clearly we can tell that there's some sort of greater message being pushed here. And I want to look a little bit into who exactly this, the hell was his name?
Arch
Beaver
something the third.
How many beavers came before him? 2, I guess. Whoa. It seems like you're referring to Arch Beaver Applin III. However, I'm not familiar with a widely known public figure or historical person with that name as of my last update. So, was there ever an Arch Beaver Applin III?
Or maybe there was, but they went to great lengths to cover that up.
Okay, so if I just type in Arch Applin III with no beaver at all, it says Arch Applin III is a co-founder of Buc-ee's. A co-founder? Wait, who else?
Who else?
Beaver. Founded in 2003 by Arch Applin III and his business partner, Don Wasek. Buc-ee's has become famous for its vast, clean, and well-stocked stores, offering everything from snacks While Buc-ee's started out in Texas, its founders always had big plans for expansion.
Big plans.
Uh-huh. The company began focusing on providing high-quality offerings such as spotless restrooms. But after this long list of things, massive store layouts. Buc-ee's stores are often much larger than typical convenience stores, with some locations spanning 50,000 square feet or more.
More.
As we can see here. Damn.
So why do they need all that space?
Why do they need all that space? And how long until they outcompete smaller, maybe less apex predators like a 7-Eleven?
And I'm here on the Wikipedia page right now,
Okay.
and there's a whole section on litigation. In recent years, during the company's rapidly growing success, Buc-ee has filed numerous lawsuits against other convenience store chains. Buc-ee's filed a suit against Texas-based convenience store Frio Beaver.
No, not Frio Beaver, dude.
They went after fucking Frio Beaver.
If first they came after Frio Beaver and I said nothing. Pilot Flying J is one of the largest chains of travel centers in the US and is perhaps Buc-ee's biggest competitor in terms of scale and customer base. They offer large fueling stations, clean restrooms. Buc-ee's has been expanding rapidly, let me not stress this enough, over the past few years. And they tend to open a new location at a steady pace. On average, Buc-ee's opens 3 to 5 new stores per year. Buc-ee's initially focused primarily on Texas, but in recent years they've been expanding into other states. The company has opened stores in Alabama, Georgia, Florida, and even South Carolina, with plans to continue expanding across the southern and southeastern United States, given the popularity of the brand.
Wow.
We need to figure out how this is happening. How fast?
How fast?
How fast? Square footage of the United States. How many gas stations are there in America? How long will it be before every gas station is a Buc-ee's? And then, once every gas station in the US is a Buc-ee's, they will completely have a chokehold on the US oil market. This could be a real threat to national security is what I'm saying. We might be onto something here. Yeah, because didn't you say one of these towns is Lulling, Texas? You said there's oil there, right?
Lulling is also known for its oil fields. I mean, Do you think it's a coincidence that they just happened to put their largest store in Lowing, Texas, a small town that no one's gonna pay too much attention? They just happened to choose that place near oil fields. They want control.
Of
America's
the US market.
natural resources.
That is, I think we're onto something here, guys. Oil. It all goes back to oil.
One note about the how they measure the longest car wash is it has to be conveyor belted. Like that's the thing. So it's like how long you're going on a conveyor belt. And I may be jumping to conclusions here.
Out of the question.
But I think that they're trying to ramp up a production line because for every car wash that's 255 feet long, the whole underside of that, what's going on under there?
Yeah, what are they making? Why do you need a conveyor belt that long? Just washing cars. But how long until they start, you know, manufacturing small arms?
I know.
Like,
I mean,
munitions?
Okay. So picture this. This is the conveyor belt. This is 255 feet from here to here.
Okay.
Now, watch what happens with a simple motion. Now, instead of going sideways, it goes up, launching into the atmosphere. And when they own every single gas station in America, they have the world's longest conveyor belts.
That technology, oh my God. They're trying to pioneer with the space race. We're gonna have Buc-ee's satellites.
Buc-ee's in space, dude.
Buc-ee's in space. I mean, the whole thing about this is they're talking about the expansion and needing to like go farther. They're gonna push the bounds of what is humanly possible.
Yeah.
Is it not the logical next step that they're gonna go from their largest, you know, location in Lowing, Texas to being the first Buc-ee's in space?
Yeah. I mean, they weren't satisfied with Texas. We think they're gonna stop at the borders of America. We think they're gonna stop at our atmosphere?
It's the final frontier, dude.
Dude.
Buc-ee's in space.
To the moon.
What is the, can you calculate like the lift you could get on a fucking... What is the maximum velocity of a car wash?
Are we talking most conventional car washes or high-speed express car washes here?
Henry, this is Buc-ee's we're talking about. High-speed express car washes.
Okay, well.
And the cleanest bathrooms.
Well, then we're talking about 15 feet per minute.
Oh, watch out, North Korea.
Some high-efficient tunnel systems claim speeds of up to 20 feet per minute.
Claim speeds. Big upset in the car wash community. Oh, the Buc-ee's space program. Once we figure out how to go faster than 20 feet per minute, we might be able to clear the atmosphere. Oh, Jesus. Hey, Gabby. We're uncovering their plan for world domination.
Okay.
Yeah, we're getting places.
Some serious things.
Do you have any insider information you could give us about Buc-ee's?
Buc-ee's, if you need insider information or in case you did not know, one of the best parts about it is the signs that point you to Buc-ee's. Like, you are driving anywhere within a 200-mile radius.
Oh, it's one of those.
Say, like, repent with Buc-ee on it. I think there's one that says slay now.
No fucking way, that's hilarious.
I've met Buc-ee.
Where do you...
I've hugged him.
Whoa. Buc-ee? This guy, Arch Beaver Allen III? Dude, that's crazy.
Who's... how do we know we can trust her? Are you...
Close your laptop. They're here. They're trying to silence us. They sent...
Wow.
Weather changes fast. I think that's our sign to try and figure out what our conclusion is, I guess.
Yeah. The year was 2012. Buc-ee's had taken...
Buc-ee's had claimed
240,000 square feet of the continental U.S.
40,000, okay. If something covered... Calculating growth rate. This is it, boys. This is what we've been waiting for. Based on the provided data and calculations, if the growth trend continues at its most recent rate, it would take approximately... Oh, God. Do you want to take a guess at how long it would take?
I'm gonna say 250 years.
38 years.
Oh God!
It would take approximately 38.32 years from 2024 for the coverage to extend across the entire United States. This means the complete coverage would be achieved by around the year 2062. Okay. One sec, let me type this exact same thing into ChatGPT again and see if we can get something different. To estimate how long it would take for something to cover the entire United States based on its growth from 3,000 square feet in 1982, 24,000 square feet in 2012, and 3.7 million square feet in 2024, we need to understand the following. The total area of the United States is about 3.8 million square miles, or approximately 10 trillion square feet.
Amazing, was that?
Okay, are you writing this down? Good.
Okay.
Growth factor of 8, which means that the size increased by a factor of 8 over 30 years. Annual growth rate compound, 8 to the 1 over 30. That's about 9.6% annually. And then from 2012 to 2024, over the span of 12 years, it was about 74% growth annually. Estimating further growth, we can now use the current growth rate of 74.6% per year from 2012 to 2024 to estimate when the entity would come. The entity is coming.
The entity is growing.
The entity has the longest car wash.
The entity is known for its clean bathrooms and unique variety of snacks.
As we can see by the data that we have amassed here, I like this. Now take the natural logarithm. This is just the logical progression of things. Step 3, conclusion, which I've conveniently left off here so I can read it to you. This is my own research that I have done painstakingly. It would take approximately 26.5 years from 2024 for the area to grow to cover the entire United States if the current growth rate continues at 74.6% per year. This would bring us to around 2050, which is even sooner than previous models. Wait, now we have to calculate it again if it keeps getting closer.
Dude.
Every time we run this calculation, it gets 3 years closer. But we can see pretty conclusively here that by 2050,
the entire U.S. square footage will be taken up
by Buc-ee's. This is the plan for world domination. It's literally all right here.
It's right in front of your eyes.
It's right in front of us. They've shown it in their own admission.
Rapid expansion is built into.
Rapid expansion is built into
their business from day one. They have been gunning for the entire U.S.
And it's within reach. See, it started from humble beginnings, you know. The mighty oak takes quite a long time to germinate or something. But now the entity is this close to claiming the entire U.S. They don't want you to know about this. The entity. The fungus. Nice job. Doesn't even matter that this is
say, that's an awful lot of 6s.
Oh my God, wait, there's more.
I'm just saying.
That is a lot of 6s. 666, 666, again. And that's a total of 6? Holy shit, that's the wrong way. You know, normally there's all this stuff about what do you mean when you say they?
Beaver Applin and his very private, very camera-shy business partner.
I mean fucking Buc-ee's, okay?
And they put that beaver on just about anything.
It's always been
Buc-ee's.
How is that for cold, hard
facts. When I say that the Uncut Vermont podcast keeps it raw, I mean it. Oh God. Guys, this is the one video a year that I don't have to give a shit for. Please humor me. What do you really say after doing something like this, you know? Like, by 2050, the entirety of the United States will be consumed by Buc-ee's. This is cause for the highest concern. You gotta tell your friends. You gotta tell your wife. You gotta tell your other wife. This is not a joke. I, for one, plan on escaping this woke Freemason Marxist agenda by launching myself into space using a car wash. And I suggest you do the same.
Quick Buc-ee's disclaimer, this is all for the sake of humor. None of this is an actual accusation of Buc-ee's trying to take over the world. Please do not sue me.
I'd like to thank you all very much for watching this episode of the Uncut Vermont podcast. If this is somehow the first video that you've seen by me, I am so profoundly sorry. Make sure to check out one of my other videos after this to wash the taste of Vaseline out of your mouth. And if you got friends that like playing stupid shit in the background because they can't stand the crushing silence of the inside of their own skull, make sure to share this video with them too. I'd like to thank my patrons on Patreon for making what we do here possible. Patrons get early ad-free access to all of my videos, and all of your names will be in the credits of this video as a small token of my appreciation. If you would like to become a patron, link to that is also in the description, along with all the other links, like to the talk, and to me being on Piers fucking Morgan for some reason, and most importantly, to this beautiful hoodie that you should really check out, or t-shirt that you should also check out if you're one of my Northern Hemisphere baddies. You know who you are. I hope you know who you are. I feel like most people know whether or not they're in the Northern Hemisphere. Or equatorial. Equatorial baddies count too, actually. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching another episode of the Uncut Vermont podcast. Remember to stay curious, stay inquisitive, and happy April Fool's Day. Jesus Christ. Huh. You know, I like doing those. You only get to do it once a year, and so I thought I really had to run with it. It's the one video a year I just don't have to give a shit for. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you lost some brain cells watching it. And I hope you got more than a couple lines that'll stick with you, you know? I don't have anything else to say to you. I'm done. Bye. The moment you've all been waiting for. The 55 barrel gallon barrel of Vaseline.
Fit so much Vaseline in this bad boy.
Yeah, it's like, oh God. I can use it like eyebrow wax. How do I like it? What do you think, Gabby? Thank you. Yeah, you look more aerodynamic. Milo, you look mighty aerodynamic today.